Hi, I have in front of me here a new product we've added onto the tvtrade.ie website, which is a DAB outdoor radio aerial kit, okay? And it consists of a complete kit with everything you require to install a DAB radio aerial on your house. Everything, of course, exception for the DAB radio itself. So basically, what are the key components? Well, the first thing we have here is an omnidirectional DAB radio aerial. So it's made up of a folded dipole here, and also if we lift the top off of this particular thing, we can see here that we have a saddle and jockey situation here, where we would put the core wire connected here and the earth wires here, okay, and then we'd run the cable down from this point using a satellite or the coaxial cable directly into a DAB radio. Now, on the back of this, as part of this aerial kit, we also have a pole here which will allow this to be mounted, this aerial to be mounted onto a bracket on the wall using this U-bolt and clamp, okay? So what it'll clamp onto is it'll clamp onto this bracket here, which we have, which actually comes off a satellite dish, but it's ideal for mounting this aerial on a wall. Now, with radio or with television aerials, it's normally best to mount them on a chimney to get the extra signal, but with radio, it's not normally to do so. The resolution needed for good radio reception is less than that for TV. So, you know, a radio aerial mounted outside will normally give great reception, when you imagine that many radios will simply work with internal radio or with internal built-in aerials, while of course if you try that with television it would be disastrous. Moving on then to the installation kit. So this bracket here will be mounted onto the wall using these plugs and bolts here, okay? So we simply drill a hole in the wall with a 10mm drill bit, push in the plastic plugs, and then use a 13mm spanner to tighten this installation kit, or this bracket, onto the wall. Then what we would do is we would use these tie wraps and these cable clips to clip the cable onto the wall, to run the cable from the aerial down as far as the DAB radio, and eventually we would terminate this particular cable using a coaxial connector, which we see here, okay? And that's it, basically beginning and end. The big advantage of buying this particular kit is that it's relatively inexpensive, and for somebody maybe who hasn't so experienced, if you buy this kit by itself, then you're covering all your bases in terms of, you know that you're going to get everything you're going to need to successfully install this radio aerial, which is practical for even an inexperienced DIYer should be able to do this successfully. We have an additional video to go with this that shows the actual full wiring of the DAB radio area itself, and it'll be added on into this product page as well on the tvtrade.ie website. Now finally, before I finish up, I'm just going to say a variation of this kit, which is, this kit of course is the DAB outdoor aerial kit, would be an FM kit, which like what we have here, okay? Now, FM is still fairly dominant in terms of that's how most people listen to the radio. Currently on DAB, and I'm speaking in October of 2010, there's very few radio stations other than the RTs that are broadcasting on DAB. But that will change certainly with the official launch of DTT. And we've seen in the UK that over a period of time, DAB is becoming very dominant over there, and eventually will replace FM as the main source that people use for receiving radio. It's just a more efficient way and a better sound resolution, things like that. So that's it, beginning to end, an overview of the outdoor DAB radio aerial kit.